everybody, here is a video that's going to finish up section 8.2, which we didn't quite finish in class last time I saw you, which was Monday. Okay, so this is the last page of this worksheet that I gave you in class, and I want to start with 31, where what we have to do in 31 and 32. I'm only going to do one of these because I'm going to send out the key to the rest. But 31, we have to find the measure of x. So what we're going to do is use our knowledge of triangles, and we know that the sum of all the angles of any triangle adds up to 180, and we know that a straight angle, if there's two angles that form a straight angle, those are supplementary, so they add up to 180. So we can begin to kind of pick this thing apart. If I look at this, if I start right here, I can say from here to here is 180 degrees because that's a straight angle. So this angle, whatever this one is here, if I add it to 133, I get 180 degrees. So if I take 180 minus 133, I get 47 degrees. And so that is what this angle right here is. It's 47 degrees. Okay, because that's from supplementary angles. Now, what that tells me is that this angle right here is also, this is also 47 degrees. 47 degrees. So I'm just starting to figure out what everything is. If this is 105 degrees, then this plus this is a supplementary angle. So that would be 180 degrees. So I could also say 180 degrees minus 105. And that's 75 degrees. That is what this angle right here is, 75 degrees. Well, do you see this triangle right here? The sum of every triangle, the angles of every triangle is 180. So if I take 180 degrees, and I subtract 75, and I subtract 47, I will get the measure of this angle right here. And when I do that, when I subtract 47 and 75 from 180, I get 58 degrees. So that's the measure of this angle. And x is what I needed to figure out. And x is a vertical angle, which is equivalent to this angle. So x is 58 degrees. So knowing how to figure out complementary, supplementary angles, and the sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 can help us get there. All right, the next thing I want to look at is number 33. Again, I'm only going to do one of these, but I'm sending out the key. In 33, we have to figure out the measure of all of the unknown angles. We have to know 1 through 12. We have to figure those out. But they told us this line and this line, L1 and L2 are parallel. And so we have parallel lines crossed by a transversal here and crossed by a transversal here. So we know about corresponding angles and vertical angles and alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles and how they're all equivalent. So they only told us two things. They told us that this is 50 degrees and they told us that this is 40 degrees. So I'm going to start right here with the 40 degrees and say, okay, 40 degrees across from that is 6. And this is a vertical angle. So angle 6 is also 40 degrees. So that one I know. All right. And so if I look at this, this is two parallel lines crossed by a transversal. And in position 6 and position 12 those are corresponding angles. So 12 is also 40 degrees. And across from 12 is a vertical angle, so 10 is also 40 degrees. And so those were figured out pretty quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and label those. 6 is 40. Good. 12 is 40. Good. 10 is 40. Good. Okay. Now, this is a triangle. 50, 40 plus this angle 7 is going to add up to be 180 degrees. So if I took 180 minus 50, I get 130, and I subtract 40 from that, I'm going to get, what am I going to get? Can I subtract this at 90? I'm going to get 90 degrees. So angle 7 is actually 90 degrees, which is a right angle. That's 90 degrees. So 7 is 90 degrees. Okay, cool. And across from 7 is angle 1, which is vertical. So angle 1 is also 90 degrees. Angle 1 is 90 degrees. Okay. So this is 90 and this is 90. All right. So we know, let's see, can we figure out angle 2? Yeah, because from here to here is 180. So if I take 180 minus 90 is 90, minus 40 is 50. So 2 is 50 degrees. And across from 2 is 5, which is a vertical angle, so this is 50 degrees. So let's see, we know angle 2 is 50. We know angle 5 is 50. Have we figured out angle 4? Oh, angle 4 is across from this angle, so angle 4 is 50. There's a lot of 50s. All right. And then let's figure out 3. Okay, if this is 50 degrees, then this plus this is 180. So 180 minus 50 is 130. So angle 3 is 130 degrees. And across from 3 is angle 8, and those are vertical angles. So this is also 130 degrees. So what else do I have to figure out? Oh, 9. Okay, well, this plus this is supplementary. So 180 minus 40 is 140. So 140 is angle 9. And across from angle 9 is a vertical angle, so this is also 140. So 11 is 140 and 9 is 140. And so you can just kind of pick your way through each of those to figure out what is going to equal to what, using your knowledge of supplementary angles and vertical angles and adding up the angles of a triangle. Okay. Number 47. Again, I'm just going to do 47, not 48, because it's very similar. And I'm going to send the key. These are similar figures. Okay, similar means the same shape but not the same size. So, but the corresponding sides are proportional. So we need to set up a proportional to figure out what the unknown values of x and y are. So I'm going to set up something I know to be true. So corresponding sides, 10 and 25 are corresponding. Y and 40 are corresponding. X and 50 are corresponding. They're in the same position. So I'm going to set up 10 is to 25. 10 is to 25 as Y is to 40. And that's a good proportion. And let me set up another one. Let me set up with this, start with X. X is to 50. X is to 50 as 10 is to 25. As 10 is to 25. And that's a good proportion. This is in the same position as this. 10 is in the same position as 25. Now, when you have a proportion, you can simply cross multiply to get your solution. So I'm going to cross multiply. 25 times X is equal to 50 times 10. So I get that 25X is 500, and I can divide both sides by 25 to solve for X. And I will get that X is equal to 20 in this case. X is equal to 20. Here, let's solve for Y. 10 times 40 is 400, and 25 Y. And I can divide both sides by 25. And I will get that Y is equal to 16 when I do that. And so you can do the same thing here. The corresponding sides here would be X is to 12, 50 is to 20, and 40 is to Y. You kind of have to flip this guy over to make them look in the same position. I want to do this one. 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. This is going to be pretty easy because they say that these are congruent triangles. Congruent means they are exactly the same shape and exactly the same size. They are exactly the same. So when they say triangle ABC and A prime, B prime, C prime are congruent, they mean they're the same triangle. So we just have to orient them the same way. That means B prime, because this is in the same order, A, B, C, with A prime, B prime, B prime, C prime, means that angle B and B prime are the same. So this is 78 degrees. I can just go ahead and label that. And A is the same thing as A prime. This is 31 degrees. And A prime, B prime, this distance is the same distance as from A to B, which is 33. And A to C is the same distance as A prime to C prime, which is 34. And B to C is the same as B prime to C prime, which is 18. And the only thing we do not know here is angle C, but we can figure that out because the sum of all the angles of a triangle add up to 180. So we say 180 minus 78 minus 31 gives us 71 degrees is what this unknown angle is. So we can answer all these questions. What is the length of AB? Well, it's 33. What is the length of B prime, C prime? Well, it's 18. What is the measure of angle ACB? ACB is 71 degrees. What is the length of A prime, C prime? A prime, C prime is 34. What is the measure of ABC? ABC is 78 degrees. What is the measure of A prime, C prime, B prime? A prime, C prime, B prime is 71 degrees. So when they say that something is congruent, that means exactly the same shape and exactly the same size. Okay, last one for this video. These are 52. These are similar figures, and we have to figure out what X and Y are. This is just setting up another proportion. So this is not a triangle. It's a different type shape, but we can see what's corresponding. What corresponds to X is 12. What corresponds to Y is 15. And these are in the same position. A prime, B prime is in the same position as AB. So I'm going to go small to big. I'm going to say 27 is to 36, as 12 is to X. And I'm going to say 27 is to 36, as 15 is to Y. And we're about to cross multiply here. 27x is equal to 12 times 36. We'll divide both sides by 27. And when I do that, I'm going to get that x is equal to, you can use your calculator. I'm going to say 9 goes into 27 3 times, and 9 goes into this 4 times, and then 3 goes into 3 once, and this is 4. X is 16. And you'd get the same thing with your calculator if you took 12 times 36 and then divided it by 27. 27y, when I cross multiply, is equal to 36 times 15. And then you're going to divide both sides by 27. Again, you can use your calculator, but I don't have one with me, so I'm just going to do this. 9 goes into 27 3 times. 9 goes into 36 4 times. 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. So y is equal to 20. 4 times 5 is 20. So that is the last one for this video.